think it's an impossible thing to do.
Why is that?
Well, because you're talking about slavery, and how many hundreds of years ago was that?
Actually receiving what we should have from years ago.
How likely do you feel it is that it can happen?
Very likely.
Two very different views show how varied opinions are on a controversial issue: reparations. It means repairs or making amends for a wrong or injury.
We have big harm and big repair.
Jean-Pierre Brutus is one of the country's leading voices on reparations, proposals to make amends for legally carried out wrongs against African Americans. It's not necessarily popular. The most recent comprehensive poll asking if the government should make cash payments to Black Americans had 58% saying no, 24% saying that it should, and 19% not sure.
So they don't realize the direct connection that they may have to slavery.
Brutus is an attorney at the New Jersey Institute for Social Justice.
We hope that other states, particularly that had slavery in a substantive, significant manner, can look to New Jersey and say, hey, we can do that.
Why the Garden State? For enslaved Africans here in New Jersey, this is where it all began. Beginning in the 1600s, what's now the Perth Amboy ferry dock was a slave market where Africans were brought by the thousands and sold.
They're doing cotton, they're doing tobacco, they're doing all kinds of different crops. And so slavery was deeply entrenched.
New Jersey historian Leslie Wilson points out that Bergen County had the state's largest slave population. About 20% of all residents and 40% of the laborers in the late 1700s were enslaved. And Jersey wouldn't pass the Emancipation Proclamation abolishing slavery until the year after the Civil War ended. And even after that, says Brutus,
New Jersey was involved in redlining and other forms of segregation.
Redlining was a practice by banks that declared Black neighborhoods unfit for granting mortgages. New Jersey also built blacks-only schools, and its Black World War II veterans had very limited access, if at all, to generous GI Bill benefits, among other shortcomings.
And so what do? Well, that's where reparations comes in. Right.
His organization leads the New Jersey Reparations Council, a group of about 45 experts in various areas, from enslavement history to modern banking, where blacks have been affected. It formed last year after New Jersey's legislature wouldn't form its own council. California's legislature did, and it recommended a formal apology and more than 100 actions to address the effects of slavery. Cash payments, though, are not recommended. But California was not officially a slave state.
New Jersey, I think, is vastly different.
Could reparations in New Jersey mean cash payments? It wouldn't be the first mass payout to try and right a wrong. The federal government paid $20,000 each to Japanese American internment camp survivors and $122 million to Sioux tribal nations to compensate for taking their land.
And so that means that we can do it now for Black people.
He says the Reparations Council is expected to recommend a variety of forms of compensation and talk more specifics about who would be eligible in the Council's preliminary report at NJPAC in Newark this Juneteenth. It will make its final recommendations to the state government 1 year later.
Racial inequality was created by design, and that means that racial equality can be created by design, by policy design.